Hello, Janelle. I've got you queued up and ready to go. So, hey, this is a really super interesting page size. And if you wouldn't mind me asking, what is the origin of your page? Um, how did you decide on this 5.5 by 4 and eighth? Um, it's a cool page size. It doesn't look like it's quite golden section, but it's very close. And I'm wondering if you use that formula to assist you in choosing this page size. Just wondering. Okay, so um, actually, is this the page size that we suggested that we talked about last week? I don't know. Whatever. It looks great. Good page size. Very interesting. It's going to be really neat to hold. It's a good size. Good size. Wonderful use of negative space on this opening page. I think this is really interesting, and I think it's a nice, very, very nice tip of the hat to the New York Ballet logo. Now, I want to mention one thing, though. Okay, the New York City Ballet logo is as all logos, it's very objective, and you know. That being said, there's typographically there's not that much expression here in terms of expressing um, um, a cadence or a rhythm in the way the viewer says this mentally when they look at it. And you don't really want that when you're designing a logo. And that's why I say this is objective, because most modernist logos are exactly that, objective, very objective. The thing that I'm seeing here is that I think that you could add some expressive type in here and still keep the recognizable salute to the New York City Ballet logo. Do you see what I'm saying? And so what I'm reading here is the Paula Shear book. Paula Shear and graphic design. Not even Paula Shear and graphic design. Album covers, couple, and then here you start with the ampersand. You're starting to use a little bit of scale to express a feeling for expression. Pentagram is the public theater, notable, and here you're doing it again. And I don't know if you realize that you're doing it here, but you are. It looks like you use notable to try to fit it within the same width as the word work. But you are developing some hierarchy based on scale in that particular technique. So what my suggestion is this, and think about this, and think about this. Think about using some expression here. The Paula Shear book. The Paula Shear book. The Paula Shear book. Think about how a cool way to that would roll off the tongue if you were to assist the viewer in the cadence and timing of the pronunciation of the title of your book. I hope what I just said makes sense. Okay, same thing here. Paula Shear, and graphic design. Why not Paula Shear and graphic design? Did you know what I'm saying? So, and the way that we can develop those kind of rhythmic differences is by scale. So think about it. Think about it, because you don't have a whole lot of other stuff to think about, because this is solid work. And I mean that as nothing but a compliment when I said that you don't have much other to think about, because there's not much here to do. This is gorgeous. Your page structure is absolutely just stunning. A couple of inconsistencies I'm noticing. And one thing is the call outs. This is a call out. So you've got a call out and then you've got a pull quote. And I see what you're saying. So the call outs have the gray background. Got it. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, let's look at visual stops. Okay. Let's look at visual stops. In this page, you got the image, you got the headline. We're going to start here, and the image is going to create a visual stop. Okay, and then you have the drop cap. Okay, and then you have the gray background. Then you have the call out. Okay, back to the type. Now, what I'm seeing here is I'm just seeing too many visual stops. I'm seeing a lot going on. I don't know about the weight of this call out, I guess is what I'm saying. I think it's a little too heavy because it's emphasizing all of these different stops. Boom, 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 boom. Instead of a nice transition from headline, image to type. Do you see what I'm saying? see if you can work with that. I think this has a nice transition from headline to type without too much to worry about. And I think the reason that is obvious is because it doesn't have the weight. The call out, the pull quote doesn't have the visual weight of this call out. I would suggest, I don't think you need those call outs, honestly. Or maybe you don't need the pull quotes. And maybe you can use this. I don't know. Think about it. But I'm just saying there's a lot of visual stops. Okay, page looks good right here. Page looks good. Nice composition. Want to do something? Can I see a little alignment issue right there? See how that doesn't align? Okay, rags are okay, but this is kind of a funny pattern here. And you know how I am with my rags. I'm all over my rags. So I'm quite often going to comment on the rags, though this page is okay. This page has got a lot more rhythm than the last page. I mean, I shouldn't say a lot more. I should say it's got less visual stops, so the cadence is more clear. And when I say cadence, I'm saying cadence, C-A-D-E-N-C-E, the timing and rhythm of the delivery. Excuse me. So this is good. Love this page. Love it. Love it. This page just has me puzzled, and I'm going to tell you why. Why do we have this image? I mean, why do we have this whole image up here? I'm not seeing that type of treatment anywhere else. I'm wondering if we don't. Well, I'm not going to, you know what? I'm questioning the placement, and I'm wondering if that's thought out or if what your thought is about that image right there. Can we maybe move it and align it left? Can we maybe do that and add a wider pull quote so we don't have this pull quote being dissected into individual letters of words? Maybe that's an issue. Maybe that's a solution. Think about it. Okay. Public theater. Again, this page, I think it's difficult. This page is difficult because, just as long as you're aware, you're asking a lot of the viewer here because this looks like 2 pages. I mean, this viewer, if I was a viewer, I would go like this. Okay, I'm getting used to this. I'm getting used to this. All right, headline. That's basically a subhead. There's a headline. There's a same subhead, but the same kind of attention-grabbing position. Then all of a sudden on this page we go, okay, headlines over here. What's going on, brain? Is this a new story? Is this related to this last page? Now I got to look, and I got to go back, and I got to make sure that that's part of this. Okay, so, and then public, so yeah, okay, it's related. See, your mind doesn't want to do that. That's why pages are typically start with the headline on the left, and then the body copy on the right. And the reason being is because it's really a difficult jump for you to ask your viewer to go, the public theater, a poster hurled around the world, then go all the way back up here, and then start. That's just too much eye movement. You're asking the viewer to span almost the entire diagonal of the page, and it's just too much to ask. So keep that in mind. Short, more concise eye movements on the page make for better page mechanics. My recommendation here is simply reverse these pages. Put the type over here. Put the headline over here. Put the type over here. Work out the composition from there. Obviously, you're doing very well at that, so no problems there. This is the first, no, it's not. So that's good. That's good. Notable work. That's cool. We don't need that. It's like it kind of wants to be a pull quote, but it really doesn't. It's kind of hiding in there, but it is breaking up the text a little bit. So I'm going to say, since this page has so much, well, actually, I'm going to recommend something on this page here. So think about that pull quote. Either put a real pull quote in there, or which means a full quote instead of a partial idea. See what I'm saying? Because this just it's kind of funny. It's just kind of a couple of words stuck in there, and it's for no reason. Apparently it seems. Okay, so, and then this last page here is, it's so difficult to try to show work. It's so difficult, especially if it's not a portfolio-esque brochure type thing, it's just almost impossible in a booklet like this, because because every one of these is such a different style, and stylistically, when you put several different styles on a page, they tend to fight with one another. Think about a bunch of big Hollywood stars in the same room, you know what I mean? They're all going to be kind of vying for attention. So that's why I think that we would want to make the decision to make our visual statements based on typography and not on visual presentation of the work itself. Okay. So there you have it. I know I seem like I'm nitpicking because I am, because this is an absolutely wonderful piece and I'd really like to push it over the top. Okay, any questions? Give me a holler. Great job. Thanks.